All right, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another London Session live stream. And here we have the pair GJ here. So we got the GJ chart in front of us. And I'm looking at this 28 pip range right here. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and place this as we have a setup right at the opening of the stream today. So again, I did start the live stream a little late today because there are a couple of holidays here where I live in Canada, and there's a US bank holiday as well. But nonetheless, markets are still open and we're still going to trade. Right, so we're looking at 189, 120. I think it's a clean range so far, and it could shoot back up. There's a new 4-hour candle coming up here in 3 minutes, so I will wait to see what happens here. And so I'm just going to wait out here, but I will place the trade idea before the 4-hour candle opens up, so you guys are able to see what the setup is overall. 28 pips both ways. So 189, 120, 280 ticks and 280, so that's 28 pips both ways. Profit TP target is at, let me see where it's at, 189, 400. Again, you see the price pulling back up here, but there's 2 minutes left for a new 4-hour candle, and I will not risk it entering prior to then. There we go. So just under 2 minutes to go. Let's see what happens here. Alrighty, so we see it, the price pushing up here. Look at this push of 14 pips right before the new 4-hour candle. Now we're about what? Yep, here goes the new 4-hour candle. And again, I'm looking at it potentially coming back down, and then I will go ahead and execute the buy stops for the full push, full range trade up top. Right, so here's a new 4-hour candle. You can see they can certainly come down, create another wick. There was the 1-hour EMA right there. This candle can certainly come down to the 2-hour EMA, tap that and come back up. But again, right now I'm not certain with executing the buy stops if the price is only a few pips above or below the entry level here, right? So again, it is pushing down. Let's see, can it continue further here for me to consider the buy stops? Right, so again, I waited patiently for the 4-hour candle to open, and now I will wait for another push, potentially all the way down, and see if I would like to enter the buy stops at that point. Right? So let's see. Alrighty, GJ is pushing down nicely here. So that's a good push. Again, it's a new 4-hour candle here, just 2 minutes in. And yes, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Again, we just started the live stream here because it's a few bank holidays today for CAD and USD. So US bank holiday and Canadian bank holiday. It is a holiday for me here. However, the markets are still open and some of the pairs that I trade are still moving perfectly fine here, right? Normal market movement. I think it's a nice range here. We see from GJ here. Look at this. You can see it came down, back up, all the way down now. It's a new 4-hour candle, so I'm looking at it pushing further down. There is a 2-hour EMA there as well. You can see a nice push right back down. It can certainly get to the 2-hour EMA, and then I can consider the buy stops. I may adjust and modify the buy stops for a better entry if it does indeed reverse, and then I can consider entering the buy stops, right? But a beautiful push, I think, back up would be nice. I think it is probable. Now, how far did GJ go down here? Look at that push. Beautiful push here. Look at that. Possibly you can wait for a new 5-minute candle since it can certainly get all the way down. And again, I'm looking at the 2-hour EMA right there. So how far is that away from the price right now? About 11, 12 pips. Let's see. It's a nice push. Okay, Ricardo, what do you mean by free trial? Are you talking about the mentorship free trial 1 or 2 days? All right, still pushing here. Seconds away from a new 5-minute candle. See what happens here. And again, still have not executed this setup here. Waiting for that push. Again, the 2-hour EMA is awfully close to the price here. Right there. So you could see that I can certainly range in this level here as well, which is, again, pretty decent. But yes, Ricardo, I suppose you're talking about the free trial for the mentorship, right? So if that is the case, and if that is appealing for enough viewers, I may consider that option. Again, so now where GJ is at, I won't consider setting the buy stops because, again, I see the 2-hour EMA down here. It's a new 2-hour candle as well. it can certainly make that push. It's not far off. It was about 10 pips, 9-10 pips. You can certainly get there. And then what I'll do is I'll consider adjusting the buy stops at a better position. And again, if it does move along accordingly, you know, I could see that reversal happening. Right? Okay, you're talking about the community. Okay, are you talking about the Discord group? Right, so as you gain entry into the mentorship, you gain access to, yes, the community members and, you know, all the different features that the mentorship provides, including within the Discord. So you do get access to that, but I'll have to see, right? Because again, it is a community that, you know, all the rest of the members have, you know, gained through the mentorship, and I'm not sure if, you know, I should be handing out free passes to, you know, all the different resources that I've, you know, put into, and the effort that's been put into the mentorship. Right, so there's a lot of different components to the mentorship in the Discord group that I truly feel, you know, is of value, and, you know, has been of value for some time. And yeah, I'm not sure if I can give that free trial for that, right? So that's a hard push. But again, it doesn't hurt to try, right? So if you've been following along for months, as far as, you know, the YouTube live streams, and you're still considering, then maybe, you know, you can take that chance and see how it is, right? So we do cover streams prior and after the YouTube stream, right? So I'm still streaming with the mentorship members before I start the YouTube stream, and during and after, right? The reason why I also have the Zoom stream with the mentorship members during the YouTube stream is because if we do have any executions, you know, there's no time lag, right? So because YouTube has a natural 8 to 15 to 20 second delay, right? So whatever I mention and wherever I enter on YouTube, you'll see it 15 to 20 seconds after the fact, right? And that is because there's a natural delay. And as we know, especially with scalping, right, every second could matter, right? Every second can matter. And sometimes, you know, taking exits within seconds is a very big thing, right? And it could be crucial and critical that you take the exit accordingly, because again, that 1-2 minutes could be before a news event, it could be before a new 1 hour candle, a new large time frame, lower time frame candle, whatever the case may be. And so for that reason, I have the Zoom stream running during the YouTube stream, so you guys get instant executions. As I say it, you guys will hear it, right? With YouTube, again, there is a delay. So you guys get that, you know, pre-YouTube stream. I'll be on and I explain the higher time frames and lower time frames, what I'm looking at. You guys also get, you know, the instant executions during the YouTube stream, and you guys get the get more setups after the YouTube stream, right? So I continue with the mentorship members after the stream as well. So there's all that. Plus there's off-stream entries that are shared. And again, there's community, you know, the community members that you can interact with, and they share their profits, their payouts, you know, their setups that they're looking at, you know, that follow my system, questions and answers, right? Live stream schedule. And again, if depending on what type of mentorship you have, what type of membership you have within the mentorship, whether it's basic membership or premium, with the premium membership, you also receive, you know, one-on-one calls with me, right? Bi-weekly calls where we can, go over a plan that you would like for yourself, and we do a follow-up every 2 weeks and kind of keep a track and some accountability aspect. So I think that's a really neat feature as well. Okay, so take advantage if you can, but yeah, otherwise, if you guys are okay with the YouTube stream, if you're not a part of the mentorship, that's completely fine. I'm still coming on to YouTube here. Again, I don't know how long I will continue on YouTube, but for the time being, I am on here for a limited time, and then we jump on to the Zoom stream after the stream and before the YouTube stream, right? Okay, yeah, I do. I do remember that you've been following, for a long time. And again, I appreciate that you're still asking about the mentorship, because again, you do see the value there, right? So you do definitely see, and that's why you're asking, that there is value that you receive from the streams, and you know that additionally, since I do carry on the stream with the mentorship members beyond the YouTube stream, there's definitely some valuable setups, that are provided. And again, I do share everything on Discord, right? But nonetheless, we are looking at this GJ setup right here. I'm still not content with a setup here yet. I still feel this push is coming here, and that's why I'm not going to execute the buy stops yet. Still going to wait patiently. Oh, there we go. Look at that push again. Right back down. Okay, 400 account, but I'm down $500, so I can only join when I start making money. Yep, no worries. Again, limited setups, limited pairs, limited, time on the charts, and, sticking to one system. But yeah, 400K funded account is an amazing, account to have, especially funded, and even a small percentage can mean a lot, right? So now, once you're a funded trader, you don't want to go for big numbers, right? You don't need to hit big numbers. There's no profit target, and 1% of 400K, is quite an amount, even if per month. So, stick to your system. Limit yourself in terms of pairs, in terms of trades per day, in terms of sessions trading, and I think you'll be good. Another 20 days of trading, only get my refund, no profits yet. Yep, it is definitely a process, right? Passing, challenges, phase 1, phase 2, can certainly take a month, 2 months, 3 months. A lot of prop firms don't have a max amount of days which you have to pass the challenge, each phase in. So for sure, it can certainly be a journey. And as long as you follow your rules of your system, you stick to appropriate risk per trade, there's a lot of potential, right? Six months to pass. Yep. I've heard a lot of stories where, it's taken 5, 6 months, 4 months, 3 months. So it's certainly, a lot of discipline that you have to follow. And so congratulations to you that you took 6 months but you continue to stuck with it, and you believed in yourself, and you made it happen. Again, a lot of viewers may not understand what it takes to be in a drawdown and bring yourself back up, and continue that over and over again for 6 months. It's an amazing amount of months to be in one challenge account and bring yourself back up and eventually pass it. A lot of discipline goes into that. Alrighty, so again, still not in this trade yet because the 2-hour EMA that I see at the bottom end of this smaller range is right here, right? So let me show you that right there. It's kind of moved a little up here. So I'm waiting for it to push back down, and then I can consider a better entry and potential placing the buy stops. But I still see GJ coming right back down. Alrighty. Alrighty, so it is pushing here again. It could reject at the 5-minute EMA here. And so I could look at this range now and consider this. Certainly pushing here. So I'm going to remove this just to see if I can place. There's a non-wick candle on the left as well. Let me see here. Look at this range. So I'm going to remove the GJ buy stop trade idea. Instead, I'm going to look for sell stops. Let me see this. Okay, so sell stops at 189,200. Let's give it 25 pips. $200, $250. Profit. Alrighty, so here's the trade idea here, the sell stops. So again, I was originally looking for buy stops, but it just never pushed all the way down to the 2-hour EMA. Now this one, I'm actually looking for GDA to reach the bottom end of this range here and beyond to the 2-hour EMA. And so I can get the full 25 pips on this, but now I'm looking for a slight push above the EMA here. There is a 15-minute EMA right there. So I'm looking at for a tap of that and a slight cross, and then I can consider the sell stops. Right, this will be the last push here, guys. Again, if this comes all the way down here, then I will not consider the buy stops for the time being, and I will call it a stream. Again, this was a late stream today because of the 2 bank holidays, CAD and US, and felt, I just wanted a little bit more movement before I go ahead and be live on the stream. But nonetheless, here I am. And so let's see. All right, new 30-minute candle. Let's see what type of push it gives us. Okay, let's see. So again, looking for a push maybe up to this level right here. Here we go. All right, guys, it is pushing up here, so I will consider the sell stops very soon. I'm waiting for a push above that 5-minute EMA. There's a 30-minute EMA right there as well. The 15 EMA is what I'm looking at. And you can see on the left here that there is a non-wick candle that the price can come up and fill. But I'm looking for somewhere above, price reaching above this level right here, about 4 pips above, for me to consider the sell stops here. So let's see. Can it get up there? Again, so very, very close in setting the sell stops here, guys. But again, I need the price to push up past this level here. And on the left, you can see there's a non-wick candle here, right? So if I want to just maybe level it over here, that's the push I'm looking for me to consider when price reaches here, the sell stops back down. Again, certainly a possibility. And certainly, you can see that we are getting price to push up here beyond the 5-minute and the 30-minute EMA. And so here it is, new 5-minute candle. Alrighty, so close call here. Again, still waiting here, patiently waiting for price to reach this level over here for me to consider the sell stops all the way back down. It can certainly happen, certainly a possibility. Just got to be patient here. No, price did not push up yet. Still leaning on price to push up this level right here, which will again fill up a non-wick candle on the left. And again, I think the sell stops will be a great entry, especially at the 189.200 level. I will consider, modifying it if I need to, but I'm just looking for this push up here for me to have the consideration to set the sell stops here at 189.200. And again, it'll be about 5 pips, 5.5 pips above the entry here. Nearly 6 pips. Oh, here's the push. Let's see what happens here. Certainly getting up there. Okay, 4 minutes left, for a new 5-minute candle. So we just entered a new 5-minute candle just a minute ago. 2 minutes ago now. And let's see. Can we get GJ to push up here? I certainly believe we can. And then again, I will consider the sell stops at 189.200. Alrighty, so we see GJ pushing down here again. I'm still not leaning bearish yet with GJ. And so I still believe that GJ will come back up top, at least have the 15-minute EMA. And then I think there's a wick fill. I know there's a wick fill on the left here. So I do believe that the price will push above that, create a wick, and then drop back down. Yeah, let's see if that happens sooner than later here. About 45 minutes into the stream here. Again, I won't extend the stream today, but another 5-10 minutes and we'll see if we can get that setup ready. If not, I will continue with the membership members for the rest of the stream here and the rest of the setup here, however long it takes. But let's see, can we get this push here? Can we get GJ to push all the way up here? In the next 5-10 minutes, we have a new 15-minute candle coming up in less than 5 minutes. So let's see if that works out. And there is a 15-minute EMA right above the price. So it's certainly a possibility. Okay, it's pushing now. Let's see. Alrighty, 3 minutes to go. And we're getting a nice, beautiful push here, right back up top here with GJ. And it is rejecting at the 5-minute EMA. But can we get a stronger push? We're about 3 minutes away again from a new 15-minute candle. Let's see, can we get that push? All right, here's a new 15-minute candle. Look at that. No bottom wick here. No bottom wick. It's pushing here. Again, the 15-minute EMA is right there. I'm looking for a stronger push above the 15-minute EMA before I can consider the sell stops. All right, but current candle again has no bottom wick. Let's see. Can we get that push? Alrighty, still nothing here. Again, looking for this push to reach this top end here. Wick fill of a non-wick candle. And then I'll consider the sell stops. But right now it's still caught up in a small range there. So until it breaks out of that, we'll have to continue to wait here. Let's see. So 2 minutes left for a new 5-minute candle. Let's see, can it continue that push up? We're about 12 minutes away from a new, From a new 1-hour candle. But I'm going to stick here, guys, for another few minutes. If it does not, then we will call it a stream here. It just continues to kind of not push above the 5 and 30-minute EMA. Alright guys, it's still sticking around in this range here. Again, I was looking for that push above. It did not get to the 15-minute EMA, which is right above the price here. You can see it still did not tap it yet. We may still have to wait for price to continue moving up here before considering the sell stops. So still a struggle here. All right, we're getting another attempt here from GJ to push up. There's 9 minutes left for a new 1 hour candle, 4 minutes for a new 5-minute candle. All right, it appears to be making that push. And still struggling. Alrighty, a beautiful push here from GJ. About a minute away from a new 5-minute candle, and it's certainly getting to that level here that will make me interested in setting the sell stops for GJ, but not quite yet. So here comes a new 5-minute candle. Here it is. Again, have not placed the sell stops yet. Alrighty, here we are. Nice push. Nice push from GJ here. It's getting to the level that, again, I had to wait quite some time here for a GJ to come and fill up this non-wick candle. And it certainly appears that it has now. And let me take a look here. How many pips that is above the sell stop entry here? It was about 6 pips, 6.5 pips. I think that's really good here. Well, 2 minutes away from a new 1 hour candle. Let me take a look at the 1 hour time frame. You can certainly make a move here. So now again, I have to make a critical decision here whether I want to enter the sell stops before the 1 hour candle, or do I wait until the new 1 hour candle, which is in less than 2 minutes. So what I'm going to look at here is if GJ can bounce right back up top again. Let's see. Alrighty, still pushing here. Here it is, new 1 hour candle. Does it push? Alright, it is certainly pushing here. Kind of need to see GJ move up here. As you can see, match the left here and push up to here. So I'll draw this up here now. And by that point, GJ will be about 8 pips above. And alright guys, I did mention I will continue the rest of the stream on Zoom, as I will close off the YouTube stream shortly. So let's see if GJ pushes up here. I will consider the sell stops, and then we'll continue the rest of the stream on Zoom. If it pushes down here, I will close off the YouTube stream here and still continue with the membership members. Alrighty, so again, still have not placed this trade yet. And as I did mention here, I will consider the sell stops once the price reaches this point, which it has now. And again, I'm just looking at the left here, and you can see GD can still continue up here, right? So I will go ahead and place the sell stops here. Let me see. So I'm going to go ahead and place the sell stops right here. It's about 9 pips above. Let's see, does it continue pushing up or does it pull back? Let's see. All right, guys. So again, so this trade has been placed, waiting for this pullback here. Let's see if it continues to push up. I'll probably close out the sell stops, but there's no bottom wick here. It just, went above the 50-minute EMA. It's a new 1-hour candle, 5 minutes in, and I'm looking for this push right back down, right? Which is certainly a possibility. And, there are signs of reversals here, right? So let's see. Can we get the price to push back here? So close call here. And certainly a possibility. But I am in this trade waiting to be tapped in here. Let's see. All right, so it is pulling back. Alrighty, a nice push right up top. But again, there's no bottom wick on the current candle. It could flick right back down. You could see it's matching the wicks on the left. And it could push right back down here. So now what I'll do is I'll consider modifying the sell stops. Right, so let me go ahead and modify the sell stops here at a better position for a sell stop. Or an entry, sorry, 189.250. Can we get that? 189.250. So 5 pips adjustment here. And TP would be at 189 on the dot. Let me adjust that. And this would be 180,500. 189,500 stop loss. Right, so that's the adjustment and modification made. So sell stops are still placed, just waiting for the price to reverse here. Oh, could be tapped in here. Could certainly be tapped in on this setup here. And again, I did mention I would exit the YouTube stream here, but since there has been drastic changes here, I'll stick around for this for now. And again, it is pushing here. Close call. Close call. Since we did adjust the sell stops. Move this. There we go. I think it's much better now. Alrighty. Again, could be tapped in on this. It's a close call. Alrighty, a few close calls here. Nearly tapped in. As you can see, still not tapped in. Again, another push here could be tapped in here. Let's see. 4 minutes left from a new 15-minute candle. All right, here's the push. Let's see. Does it push down here? 2 minutes left for me, a new 50-minute candle. It is pulling back here, as you can see on the left, all wicks. Does it make a push here? And tap me in. Let's see. All right, there we go. Tapped in. There we go. Alrighty. So a minute left for my new 15-minute candle. Does it continue pushing? Look at that. Beautiful push. Can we get another push? And again, we'd love to hear, is anyone else in this setup right now? So did anyone else also place a sell stops and get tapped in on GJ? Alrighty, new 15-minute candle. It's pushing. Again, this is an active setup here. Alright guys, again, this is an active setup here. In slight profit here, nearly break even. But I think it's a beautiful push here that we can get from GJ all the way back down. And again, there is a 2-hour EMA that's at the bottom end of this range here, which is the target. So certainly believe that GJ can make that push. There are some EMAs in the way. And again, we'd love to hear if anyone else also got into the setup here, right? So anyone else, is anyone else also in this GJ sell stop entry here? You can definitely share in the chat. We'd love to hear. But if not, you can certainly continue watching here. And let's see what happens here. Again, I'm looking at GJ pushing down strong here and getting to the 2-hour EMA, which will pretty much complete the full range trade. And at that point, there could be another reversal right back up top. So let's see. See what happens here. Okay, nice. So we got a few viewers as well in the sell stop here. Okay, I'm in. Can we sell on GJ? So I am selling GJ here, right? So at 189.250. 250. So again, it's up to you if you want to sell. That's your choice, your decision. You take a look. If you feel confident in the setup and you understand the system to a certain degree, right? That's your call, right? I will not make that call or that decision for yourself. But I am again looking at this range trade here, and I still feel that this is going to be a clean range trade, right? Where GJ will reverse from right here, and as we adjusted our sell stops, we could get this full push right back down. I think it'll be a beautiful push down here. There are EMAs in between the range, but certainly the 2-hour EMA lines up pretty nicely with this range right here, as you can see. So again, leaning on a clean bearish candle here, pushing it past the 5-minute, the 15-minute EMA, and the 30-minute EMA all the way down to the 1-hour EMA, and then right after the 2-hour EMA. So again, leaning on these EMAs, these EMA taps, and for price to continue down all the way to the 2-hour EMA, which is found at the bottom end of this range. Alrighty, here it is, new 5-minute candle. Do we continue that push? See? Again, it is a new 5-minute candle. Let's see. So again, this is an early range formation. Certainly seeing GJ bounce off this level here, this range level, and push all the way down. $25 pips both ways, a 1-to-1, risk to reward. Alrighty, so we are seeing again GJ zone at the or range at the top end of this range that I've drawn here, and let's see, can we get that full push? I certainly believe we can with the EMAs below the price. As far as the EMA resistance, 20, 50, and 100. Again, for me, I don't consider all the EMAs useful to my system, right? So again, I don't try to incorporate many EMAs, as is just, from what I would consider is just, creating more confusion, right? So with all the EMAs mapped out, it's not convenient to a single system, right? So for me, I don't consider that resistance, as a total kind of rejection area, right? But nonetheless, there are EMAs below. It is a 50 EMA that I follow, right? And again, it has worked out for me with my system in considering only a single EMA, and how it has played a role in, either setting, the stop loss, adjusting the stops to that level, right? Taking partials, near and close to the EMA, the 15 EMA, and of course, amongst other considerations that I talk at length in the course. But overall, again, the same principle lies here, is that I am looking at the range for GJ here. Again, this is a early range formation with the second tap up top. I'm looking for a second tap to the bottom end here, which it does line up with a higher time frame EMA, which is the 2-hour EMA, right? So it can certainly get there. I would need a strong bearish candle to get it down into the profit territory, and then beyond that, it would have to get to the 1-hour EMA, which is a reasonable target for price to reach, and then the 2-hour EMA would be a perfect tap of the bottom end of this range, and again a clean tap of the EMA as well. So still leaning bearish with GJ. Certainly believe it can. It's a new 30-minute candle coming up. Let's see how that closes out and opens up. So at the top end of the range, pretty much. And let's see what type of push we get with the opening here, right? And also something else to consider, in 30 minutes, here comes a 30-minute candle. In 30 minutes, it's also a 2-hour close. So we can see this 2-hour candle come all the way back down and close up bearish with a strong bearish engulfing end. And again, that could push it all the way down to the 2-hour EMA before the 2-hour close, which is in half an hour. All right, guys, we are getting that push from GJ here, and it can certainly make that full complete push all the way down to the 2-hour EMA. We have a 2-hour close in 25 minutes, but I did mention earlier I was going to end off this YouTube stream earlier, but because price moved along and got to the level where I would consider the sell stops, it did happen. Now it may continue to range here, right? So what price we could see here, because again the EMAs lie right below the price, so we could see GJ range here before making that complete push down here, right? So I am going to continue the stream here. It just won't be on YouTube anymore for the rest of today. So I will continue with the membership members on Zoom. And again, appreciate everybody joining in today. For the all the membership members, again, we'll continue the rest on Zoom. Nonetheless, we'll call it a stream here, guys. Right, again, I didn't anticipate staying this long, but nonetheless, price moved along that way. But for the rest of the setup here, I will continue on Zoom. Again, what we do look at on Zoom or any setup that does continue into the Zoom stream is active trade management, right? So price may push down here and may pull right back up top, but by that time we already have secure partials and so forth, right? So there's certain levels that I look at, which I will detail on the Zoom stream for the membership members, as this trade is still active. Still an active trade here, and just the trade management is left to do now, even on a 1-to-1 risk to reward, right? So I can't stress that enough. Even if it's a 1-to-1 setup here, which it is, there is still trade management to do where you would adjust the stops, once price reaches a certain level in profit. They're all also, you can take some partials along the way after, again, price reaches a certain level within the 1-to-1 setup. And at the same time, right, stops at break even, partials, and then last but not least, seeing how far price can go for you to consider maybe taking the full TP target or adjusting your stops into profit, as it may range at a certain level within, again, your 1-to-1 setup, and again, could go either way, right? Of course, looking at the larger time frame candle openings, which again there is one coming up, not only the 1-hour candle in 22 minutes, but also a 2-hour candle. So a lot of considerations to do once you are tapped into a setup here, whether it's buy stops or sell stops, which we normally use on the stream here, and which I normally use for the system. But nonetheless, that will be done on YouTube now, guys. Again, the trade is in profit, but the rest of the trade management will be shared on Zoom. Right? Take care again. Appreciate everybody joining in. Safe trading as always, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.